Hey guys, it's Tiffany Dennis with Forge Charleston. I'm here with Big Ben Kennedy for some Snackin Yakkin.
She is Tiffany Dennis from Forge Charleston. Forge CHS or Forge Chush if you're an ass.
Yes.
No, she has a gym. She has a fitness center here in the Low Country, and it's rather new, right?
Yeah, we're like 3 months old. So
Oh,
we're
that's
babies.
so cool. I'm
Yeah.
so glad I got a chance to get you in here
Thank
because you are babies. Our connection is a neighbor of mine and actually a mother of a friend of my daughter Bridget's is works for you, and she said, "Would you be interested in having on a gym owner?" I'm like, "I'll talk to anybody."
Right.
Passion is the thing. You passionate, you doing something, you're in the hustle.
That's right.
You're sitting in this comfy terracotta
She set
couch.
me up for this. She set me up because
yeah.
she knows I have social anxiety, and she knows like sometimes I can be a little bit of a bitch at work. And she was like,
Woo.
"So plot twist, I'm gonna make this sound like she loves it, but she's gonna be nervous, which I am. And she's gonna put me on the spot, which I am, and that's good. But I love Lauren to death.
But you know, and I do too. But you know, and this was Halloween night that it was discussed.
Yes.
Where I was walking around a hot dog. People who've seen the social media know exactly the whole story behind that. It's very funny. But but you
All right.
That was not a costume choice. It just I can explain really fast.
Okay.
At Lauren's, next door to Lauren's, or a couple doors down, the neighbors were giving out candy to the kids as well as cooking hot dogs. They asked my daughter Bridget, "Would you like a hot dog?" She said yes. I said, "Cool." You know, if she hasn't had dinner yet,
to me,
I'm
but
like,
okay,
fine.
that's fine.
So he hands her a hot dog, and then she says, I said, "You gonna eat it?" She's like, "Later when we get to the house." So we finished the last amount of trick-or-treating in the back cul-de-sac while I'm walking a hot dog. So then, you know, Lauren laughed at me, and then another neighbor of ours, Alicia, was like, "I have to take a picture of you." So basically, we went as Kissy Missy and the guy walking his hot dog around the neighborhood.
Correct.
So I wound up getting a costume by error, by just chance.
Yeah.
But speaking to
your creepy, but
to your anxiety, and we'll just do this, and then, like I said, we'll settle in. It's
right,
always the way it is for everybody.
Okay.
But then she got us on a three-way call or a three-way text group, and she said, "God, how old am I? I'm talking three-way. Remember that days? Well, you might not.
No, I do. Okay,
I'm
old.
I'm older.
It's okay.
So we turned around and she said, "This is Tiffany," and you said hi. And then it was kind of like we were doing this, and then all of a sudden it was like, you know, then you text me solo, and I'm like, "Hey," and then you were like, "So what about snacks?" And then you were like, "Maybe stop by the gym or
Correct.
And then you were just like, I said, "Well, watch this episode," because I talked to Annie O, which people are familiar with, back episode like maybe 7, or she was way back there 8 or something, and she runs a vegan shop here, Cafe of Sweet Abundance.
Yes,
it's a wonderful place, and I said that'd be a good idea for like what business owners would do on my show. You know, it's not comedians, it's not all that stuff. And then you watched it and you text me, you're like, "Wow, that was great." And I'm like, and that's all we do.
Yeah.
That is it. It is a very low pressure, casual conversation. And you just pretty much, I just pick your brain. I want you to tell me your story. I want you to tell me kind of what led to this. I mean, people have told me about, you know, kids inspiring them, or, you know, a breakup, you know, saying I went for a revenge bod and it turned into all this. Like,
that's
people,
hilarious. Yeah.
people tell me
No.
people tell me all kinds of stories, but I'm going to get them on the show. They will tell them on the show, but I always talk to people. I love strangers. I've always have, as you've seen my daughters like me. She came running out of the room when you showed up.
Yeah.
So so your story for Charleston, for Charleston, like, when did you come to town?
So I was born in Texas, but I've lived here really my whole life. So I moved to Mount Pleasant at a very, very young age. So I say I'm from here.
Right. I mean, you got the
like
Clemson hat on, right?
Yeah. Well, yes. Go Tigers. So, but yeah, so I've lived in Charleston my whole life, grew up in Mount Pleasant. I've heard some of your podcasts. I know how you feel about Mount Pleasant, and I'm kind of the same way. It's a little different than how it used to be. It's changed a lot.
I never called it Mount Plastic. Somebody else did.
Okay, but I do. No, but so, you know, I went to Wando, you know, grew up over there, and just have never actually left.
I got you.
But basically, I started training at Pivotal Fitness in West Ashley. Like, I did that for like 17 years.
Wow. So, as you might tell, I used to belong to Pivotal. I know, no, I did.
Don't even.
I belonged to Pivotal a long time ago. When I first moved to town, I had a membership there for about 2 years.
Okay.
And there was a trainer there who beat me up so bad.
I love that.
He was like, hey, he had me doing supersets, and I couldn't walk. Your legs should never be in so much pain that you just tell yourself, you know what, I'll just shit later.
Correct.
Like, I was becoming constipated because I knew getting down to the toilet was just like, that's where I live now.
Yeah, so like when you're a young trainer and you're new at this, like I think your idea as a trainer is like, I'm going to actually kill this person and this is my success. That's my success rate is are they almost dead? But that's when you're young and ignorant and still learning the whole business. But the business really is about not having you feel like that. Like I want my people to leave the gym and be ready to attack the day, start the day, or close the day. It shouldn't be like a miserable experience.
Well, yeah, I mean, but also the guy who beat me up, I saw him years later in a Piggly Wiggly, and he was heavier. So I didn't curse him. That wasn't my fault.
Right.
But no, it's much like athletes in a professional, a lot of them gain weight after they stop because they're used to eating X amount of calories for their activity level, and then their activity level changes, but their eating doesn't. I know how that science works.
Right.
Because I was never an athlete by any stretch, but I do know that I'll tend to eat more, I'll eat more for the activity level,
Sure.
And that's just, but mine is totally like, I'm stuck on this ambulance for the next 24 hours, so I'm going to eat whatever the heck I want.
Right.
And I gotta change that mentality. I really do.
From what I understand, and I didn't stalk you so much, but I did listen to some podcasts. But
I like it.
You've lost some weight, like 40 pounds or something.
I have. I am down since for my heaviest, and that's plateaued really hard. And I'm so upset. If you heard me talk about the bathroom scale, years and years and years ago, I'm talking like 6 years ago, I had gotten down. And I gotten down to 400.
Right.
And I bought a scale that could read your percentages, talk to your phone, and all that stuff. And I put it on the floor. And now I'd stepped on this scale, said 398. I stepped on that one. It didn't recognize me because it had a 400 weight limit. So it's like, no. And I'm like, and then everybody's like, well, just come down some more till it recognizes you.
Sure.
I went in the other direction and never went, and I've never used that scale. It has got a layer of dust on it this thick. I guess I was so disheartened by it. I'm like a super emotional person, but like also I take medicine for it. I'm like, battle mental illness and stuff. But it's like, as soon as I guess I'm met with some kind of resistance for me, I'm just like, all right, then fine. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, you resist my family, I'll murder you.
Yeah.
Like if my wife says I want this promotion and they say no, I'm like, so who do I call?
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm
getting the bat.
Oh, I mean, seriously. Time. But for me, they're like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, well, screw you. I just move on, but the detriment is to myself always.
Yes.
So.
Well, I think this scale thing is funny because I actually don't ever get on a scale. If I go to the doctor's office, I turn around and I ask them to please, I don't want to hear the number.
That's wild.
It kind of stems from, I did a couple of bodybuilding shows, which I was horrible at. I got like last place, like participation
but you
ribbon
still,
or something. But I did it. But I think the torture that I did to myself every single day to get on that stage was so unhealthy.
Right.
Like standing on a scale, almost naked, to send your photos into somebody for them to judge you and say, well, this needs help. You need to do this. You need to lose more weight. Da, 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 da. Like, it's just kind of, for me, it wasn't great. I know some people have a lot of success in that industry. For me, it was just unhealthy. So I kind of changed my mindset. I have a different relationship with a scale, which is we're broken up. We don't meet.
Gotcha.
So I go by how I feel, how my clothes fit, my energy. Like, I don't want to be harassed by a number. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I would love to follow in your footsteps, but I've been doing this for almost 50 years, so it's not easy to switch. Because I was always a big kid. I got to wear husky jeans.
Yes.
I was a larger than normal child. And the only times I ever was thin was when growth spurts happened.
Okay.
So it's kind of like you stretch out the accordion.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
everybody catches back up
Sure.
and you stretch it out again and
Right.
everything catches back up.
Well,
Yeah. So, I mean, I had a time in my adult life where when I moved here, I was working for Best Buy and I was moving furniture, or not furniture, but televisions or refrigerators or appliances.
mm-hmm.
And just that activity and just eating little bits throughout the day, just grazing on this and that, I dropped weight like crazy. Like my friends
Sure.
were calling from home thinking, like, did you move away because you're dying of cancer and you
Right,
wanted
are
your
you
wife to be
sick?
closer to your family? Like they
Right.
started getting worried because it
Right.
came off real fast.
Yeah.
And I'd love to do that again. You figure moving people, lifting people, climbing in and out of ambulances, you figure, yeah, man, this should take it off of me. But once again, then you stop at a convenience store, you stop at a fast food
Right.
restaurant, and who can tell you no? Because I haven't slept. I mean, I'm up for 19 hours, you know, and
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm going to eat this Church's, or I'm going to, not Church's, Dodge's. We love Dodge's, sadly.
Oh boy.
We're going to eat this Dodge's. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's
But
sad but true.
Also, I think that sleep patterns affect weight gain, weight loss,
True.
the stress of that job. So a lot of the things that you do to save lives kind of compromises your own health. But I think that's kind of, there's always a downside to your career in some way, shape, or form, whatever. I mean, right now, I know the downside for us is we just work around the clock all day, every day.
And you would explain that to me because I was like, what snack do you want?
I know.
And you were just like, I'll get with you tonight.
Right.
And
then I wouldn't.
Nothing.
Yes.
And then you were like, I'll get it. And which is a first. I'm always big about providing the snacks.
Okay.
My guest decided that she wanted to bring the snacks. And I was like, oh boy, like this is a first. And
yeah,
she chose some stuff that nobody has done yet. Nobody's really gone for anything too healthy. I mean, Stan Shelby wanted sugar-free, wanted Choc Zero chocolates and Topo Chico from Whole Foods or whatever.
Okay.
So that's about as healthy as it's gotten. But you got us you got two kinds of okra.
Yes, I did.
You got wet and dry.
I did. But anyone who's watching this, they'll know I'm like a psycho about what I eat. It's not even from a dietary perspective. It's I don't eat animals.
Okay.
Not because like I want to save the world and save the animals. I do believe that consumption of animals in smaller portions is healthy. I just find it barbaric to eat like things from a bone and like tendons and blood and all of that. It just to me, it's foul.
Okay.
I don't judge, but I'm not putting it in my mouth.
I think everything we've eaten here has just been snack. Oh, we did have wings. Michael Clayton.
Oh God,
you barbarian.
Sick, sir. I mean, I have been on a date before where I literally watched this man take these wings and like just dive into it and eat it, and I'm just like, ew. We're supposed to like go. You want to make out after that?
Oh
Ew.
God, no.
Like get that thing out of your mouth. Ooh. Anyways, but I thought going to a place that was local.
Which
I'm
very big on. I mean, supporting local businesses like you to give you a platform and all that stuff. And you were explaining this place. You were like, "Do you go? Is it the Tomato Shed?
Tomato Shed, yeah.
Yeah, you were like Tomato Shed on John's. Is it John's Island?
John's Island, right?
Yeah, I've been past it. It's the old tomato Demare or whatever. The old tomato. It used to be like a thing,
like a farm or something.
No, I mean, like it used to be a distributor, like that big building that's way off in the back.
Yeah,
yeah. They used to distribute tons of tomatoes.
I have seen. I think it's vacant or for lease
it's
or
been
something.
vacant.
Yeah,
it's been vacant a long time.
But
it'll be our future studios.
Let's go. Let's grow.
What
right?
in the world?
What are we doing there?
What could I possibly do with that much space? Be like, hey, over there, we still just sitting in two chairs in a corner.
There'd be a lot less anxiety because we're like not even in the same room.
Right. And be like, oh, by the way, the producer's all the way over there. So just let's talk, No, but so you said the Tomato Shed.
Yes.
But before we're going to get into the snacks. But before that, I definitely want to, while I'm thinking about it and also the kind of point of you being here. So from, doing your your bodybuilding and showing it off on stage, wearing did you do the really tiny bikini, which was like the 2 triangles and the 3 triangles?
Yes, it's so embarrassing.
So you did that.
Yeah.
And then you go to, I don't want to do that. And you're trying to find a healthy relationship with all this. So where does it lead to? I mean, personal training at Pivotal Fitness for 17 years. Mm-hmm. Where does it lead to wanting to strike out and own your own gym with Forge Charleston?
Well, I mean, the answer is simple. So basically, Crunch Fitness, and I'm not dogging them, but yeah, I am. They came in and they took over our gym. So none of us knew it, but for, I guess, personal reasons, the gym was for sale, but that's usually not something they broadcast. So basically, overnight, something I had done for 17 years, when Crunch took over, they didn't want to include me in what they were going to offer in the future. I think probably because I had a nice benefit package. I made decent money for a trainer.
Yes.
It was never about the money. You're never going to get rich being a trainer, but I loved what I did, and I got paid well. So I really didn't have anywhere to go. I didn't want to go to another gym. And I'm like, what, 42? I'm going to start being a receptionist tomorrow. I mean, I'm not going to start a new career. I have a bad mouth. I cuss a lot. And I don't wear heels. So I was like, well, what am I going to do with my life?
Fucking hell.
We got taken over by the big guy, and it's just like, I just didn't know what to do. So I tried doing some things like, at parks and doing things like that. And then
were you some of the ones I saw who were getting people to walk on their hands down there at the waterfront park on the Mount Pleasant side of the bridge?
That sounds intriguing, but that wasn't me.
I was looking at it. This was before they built like everything up. Now it's like everything. Back when it was just like playground might be getting started. It was like mainly the pier. I saw these poor people. These personal trainers were just having these people. It was like a group of people walking on their hands and feet and doing all this stuff, and I was just like, oh wow.
And you're like, and that's why I'm not going to do that. So I got something else to do.
Well, I get flashbacks from getting my ass kicked,
No, so basically, I used my partner's truck. I loaded up with all kind of goodies, and basically I would just train people on site. But a lot of it would be just, in West Ashley at the parks here. But eventually, I mean, this is hard to do. It's hot. There's no restroom. There's no water. It just was like, we need to do something big. And it actually happened at Home Team Barbecue. We're sitting there and we get a notice on our phone that Crunch has now purchased, I guess they didn't buy O2 Fitness, but they got that space.
Yes.
So now Crunch has taken not only Pivotal, but now the O2 Fitness space. And we were sitting there and we're like, let's make a move. Let's do something big. Let's give West Ashley now what it is not going to have. There's not going to be another 10,000 square foot gym that's run by local people, loved by local people.
Right.
And kind of like a safe community, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Just chains coming in, just like,
I mean, we don't want to have like a paper mill where you just have it's like this processor, people in and out, boom, boom, boom. We want support, community.
Yeah.
Kind of, you don't want to walk into a zoo. You want to walk into a place where you're like, oh, this is easy to navigate. I can have success here.
Yep.
I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not one of 5,000. I'm one of 650.
I like that. Yeah, but all right. So being on the paramedic side of things, working for a county, you're working for a state, government, municipality, you're doing well with state retirement on your way and all that stuff. But then, the rigors of the job, you're older, you kind of get, treated like a dinosaur, very kind of young, if you haven't moved up to another color shirt, you haven't become one of the white shirts or one of the supervisors.
Are you a white shirt?
Oh, no, I'm not a supervisor at all. I stay away from that. But if you haven't become a white shirt, then basically you're just this dinosaur on a truck. Okay. And so then you go play in private service. You're like, hey, let's go to private service, then, and they value you. They value your knowledge. They value your experience, but then they wind up becoming big for their britches and wanting to be, the biggest, wanting to be the biggest one in town or wanting to branch out to other states. And then at that point, they start recruiting younger and younger and younger, and you get dinosaured there too. But it's funny because it's like as soon as they see the error of their ways, they start gathering up us old guys. Yeah. Again, because it's like, young doesn't mean what you think it means. Like a lot of these younger people, you want the experience.
Yes.
And so for you, the 17 years of experience in the trade, you want somebody who not only the experience, but the experience of how to train and talk to people from the area. Like that's a thing. So you just understanding, like they say, yeah, I kind of, shit up my diet, but it's been so hot here. And you're like, tell me about it. Like you have a personal thing with them. Like a lot of people like that. They like somebody who, have you tried this new restaurant? And it's like, yeah, make sure you order this, this, and that, because the area, and that's, that local touch is, when I moved here from Baltimore, I moved here to be closer to my wife's ailing father. kind of put
Oh.
her closer to her family. Plus, I wanted my kids to experience a grandpa because I had none. Both of my grandpas were dead before I was born. So I wanted him to experience a grandpa and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm in the back of the ambulance. They go, "What brought you to Charleston?" You know, patients is asking me. I said, "Oh, we did this, I did that, I did this, all that." And then they go, "And you're dedicating your life to helping people of Charleston?" I said, "Yeah." They're like, "Don't call yourself a transplant. You a native. You a native." You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah, for
they would tell me, they were
sure.
like, you put your roots in, and you couldn't tell me you weren't
You
Charleston at
paid
the
your
core.
dues. Yeah, for
It's like-
sure, for
But
sure.
anyway, but I do love local things. What I want on this show. So with your gym being the local thing that you're trying to make it, and it's, you said 10,000 square foot space.
It is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now it's over there. All right, so it's in West Ashley, Savannah Highway, as it meets Sam Ritt's end.
Yes.
Okay, there's a shopping center. Well, it was an old shopping center,
Yeah,
and
it was.
has a Seacoast Church,
Seacoast Church, yep.
and then there's a Dock in the Box.
Yes.
That's what we call them. Forgive me, but it's like, like an urgent care,
urgent care,
right?
right.
An urgent care. And then it used to have an Aaron's, which was like a Rent-A-Center,
And
type
that's still
place.
there.
Okay,
Yep.
so I hadn't seen it, and then you're in that. So
And we can't forget 17 Prime. I love Doug. He's supported us a lot too. He's right kind of at the front of the shopping center.
Got you. That separate thing right there. The restaurant right there, 17 Prime. Yes, I know what you're talking about. If you look across the street, you'll see this really tiny Holiday Inn Express that's kind of like an island of a Holiday Inn,
It's
right?
kind of a strange thing. I hear questionable stories about what goes on there.
Who gets in and out of it? It's so weird.
Probably not recommending
So
that.
you're in that area right there.
Yes.
And I like I said, as we were talking back and forth, I'll give you a complimentary membership. You should stop by and see it. I will stop by and see it. I will.
I hope you do.
I would love to see it. So especially something that size done locally just sounds fascinating, because you usually are wowed by the big guys, by the big.
Right. So most places, they're like, a boutique is usually like 2,500, 2,200 square feet.
Okay.
And then your big box gym is usually 30 to 55,000 square feet.
Got you.
So we wanted to find something kind of in the middle, because we want to offer everything a big box offers.
Right.
But we don't want you to feel like you're going to Walmart.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I still want you to feel like when you come in, you're being catered to. It's on a smaller scale. You're not overwhelmed. Like, I can't go into Walmart. It makes me nervous. Costco, I cannot. It's all too much. So it's a safer, smaller space.
Yes, absolutely.
So
now, you've been to the Planet Fitness here in town?
I have. Yeah.
Okay, so when we first started going there a long time ago, like I said, I've tried them all, and it's funny. You get the memberships, but you don't lose weight just by having the memberships. It's the weirdest thing.
And you can't cancel them either. Good luck figuring that out.
Right. You have to go in there. You have to go in there with a blank check and a book of stamps.
Something
and then you
crazy.
have to tap your left vein and give them 3 drops of blood to prove. I was like, can't you just cancel this online? They're like, no, you have to come in. And I was like, ain't that about a...
But I don't think it's just that, because 13 years later, I still have a Planet Fitness membership. I don't know how to get rid of it. I'm still paying for it. I own a gym. And when Christian hears this, he's my partner. He's going to be like, what? Like, I still pay it every month because I don't know how to get rid of it.
So the thing is with that place, it was wide open. It was interesting. And then they built rooms. Like it kind of, it became different in the fact of now you're kind of like, I guess I got to go over here in this tiny room to figure this out, and this tiny room to figure this out. And that's overwhelming to me, like to where it's like I went from this wide open space where I love the elliptical. That's my favorite, because it feels like I'm running on air. A lot of people can't do it. The only thing I fall victim to is I'll find myself using the arms more than the legs. Like I'll be sore the next day, and I'm like, I was really kind of digging into those. So I wound up using the arms a lot. Yeah. So I'm sitting there going, I didn't kind of keep it even. I was kind of pushing more and pulling more. But other than that, I love elliptical. Yeah. People say it's a torture machine. I can't do treadmills. At my size, those belts like to catch. It's the weirdest thing. I'll be walking, and all of a sudden it's like
a jolt.
Yeah, it's like and it just stops, and I'm like, okay, so the elliptical never steers me wrong. I do the good, but in the Planet Fitness one, we had all the ellipticals and everything. Is that a knock at the door? Oh, was Lauren stopping by now?
Probably.
Please feel free to have a seat right there. If you want, we'll introduce you on it in a little bit. Cool. All right. So while we had to take a small break to welcome, what's your name again? Kingston to the show.
Yeah.
So we'll meet him in a little bit. Oh,
Okay.
It's got to be a twist off. No, it's not. This thing doesn't get underneath of it.
Here's our icebreaker. 20 minutes in. Here it is. There we go.
And then we'll crack into that okra too.
Oh yeah.
So like I said, it's overwhelming to me. I like when I'm in the elliptical, I like feeling like, there's nobody really around me, but then it's like I want to go use the kickback machine. And now I'm kind of like up against somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like these rooms. I don't know. I'm very leery about the rooms. So
Okay.
you have the rooms, you have the wide open space.
We don't have rooms.
Okay.
So the only room is a restroom. So you don't have to worry about that. But it's just a huge open space, tons of natural light, tons of windows. There are
cool.
kind of like 3 separate lanes, I would say.
Sure.
So it separates kind of like free weights from machines from kind of an open functional training space.
Okay.
So like I said, the roadmap inside of the gym is super easy to follow. But at no given time, like I can be at the front desk and I can see everything going on in the space.
That's cool.
But that's good because I can easily detect if you're frustrated or lost, or I can see it. And so I can come over and be like, "Oh, it looks like you're frustrated with how do you work this machine? Let me show you."
Yeah, but that's amazing also as not just the personal touch, but somebody who is, passionate. I love the word passionate. Passionate is one of my favorite
Yeah.
words, but somebody who's like dialed in or tuned in to the people that they serve as a
Mhm.
paramedic, looking at somebody and knowing when they're scared, knowing when they're
Right.
frustrated. Everybody thinks I'm like some kind of psychic or something, but it's like, no, you just pay attention.
You pay attention.
Right, pay attention.
And there's something just like an instinct, a natural instinct where
Yeah.
you can sense if someone's uncomfortable. It's also in our space where we were very careful where we put mirrors. So another thing with people who feel uncomfortable in a gym space, they don't want to look around and see their reflection every single corner
Right.
of that gym. So
Right.
there is a certain person that typically will migrate towards the mirrors.
Yes.
And there's I would
And
say
they
actually
like to pose. They put a cell phone at the mirror.
we
so
don't
they can
do that at
record
our
themselves.
gym. There-
Okay.
No. We try to keep that to a minimum.
That is wonderful.
And you have to keep clothes on. That's also, this
Oh,
is a weird
okay.
thing. Men and their nipples being out is like super awkward. So we have like a no nipple thing here. You have to keep your shirt on. But we only have mirrors on one side of the gym.
Okay.
So that leaves most walls open, so you don't
That's
have
a
to
great
feel.
thought. I like that.
It's a big thing. And there are a lot of people who are like, "Wow, I wish you had more mirrors over here." And I'm like, no, I mean, it's designed specifically so that everyone can feel comfortable. I don't want to turn around all the time and like see my reflection, and I don't want to talk to you and you're staring at yourself. That pisses me
Oh,
off. I can't
yeah.
stand that.
I wouldn't
Drives
even
me-
think of that. That's so
gross.
wild. That's why I don't have a mirror behind you.
Thank
Because
God.
I would be.
You would be like, my
Oh my
hair, how's my
God.
hair today?
No, I'll tell you. Okay, so in my other life, stand-up comedian, used to play this place called Tracy's at the Bowman, and the bar was opposite of you, and they had a mirrored wall on the bar, and so then you're doing comedy. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
You're doing stand-up, and you can see yourself, and you had to be, I don't know, you had to be drunk or a narcissist to ignore it, or I don't know,
Right.
like just be like, I don't need to look in the mirror. I look good. Because like you say something and you catch a glimpse of yourself and you're like, you put your hand down. It
Right.
was so,
You're like, let me
it
adjust
was
or something.
so
Yeah.
weird. That was
Yeah.
one of the weirdest places to play. I found myself just like staring at people just to avoid the mirror, which I
Right.
guess was kind of cool. They felt like I was talking directly to them, but it was like, man, that was a rough room for that reason. Just a mirror
Yeah.
facing you on stage, and no comedian is seeing themselves on stage. That's almost like a
That's
nightmare,
neat.
I think.
So I think it's funny because I think in my next life I will be a stand-up comedian.
Nice.
Like I'm nervous today, so I can't really talk like shit or anything or tell my jokes, but I do have some. I
Yeah?
can be quick on my feet. Yeah, but
I have a gym joke.
okay.
So I talked about I went to the gym. I said I have gone to the gym, and they just laugh, and I say, I said, and this guy come up to me and he said, "Hey, believe it or not, I used to weigh 300 pounds." I said, "Believe it or not, so did I."
Oh,
right? And
okay.
he
All
goes,
right.
and then he goes, hey, don't beat yourself up, man. Everybody gained weight during the pandemic. I said, well, I would love to say that's true, but that would mean I've been fighting COVID since 1986.
Correct. Oops. I love
So
that.
that one is fun. And then I
Yeah.
said, but and he goes, I said, but you know what? I'm so glad that you found me. I said, you beautifully chiseled man in your tank top cut off into spaghetti straps. I said, in your impossibly tight shorts. I said that probably could legally be called a crotch bandana.
Oh, wow.
I said, you found me, and you're going to tell me, finally, after near 50 years of walking this earth, how to stop getting bigger. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know?
How awesome. I'm sure you two can relate to each
right,
other.
I said, basically, I'll tell you how I got this big. Food tastes flipping amazing, and everybody just loses it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I'm sorry, yes, I told you, kind of like, who's going to tell me no, but I love all food. I don't fear a single thing. You could have brought me anything.
Okay.
I'll eat it. I love food. I think it's one of the good things, snacking. And I think food brings great conversation. I think just food is a great thing, and I love all of it. I'll eat really anything. Really anything.
It also is kind of cool because if you're snacking and yakking, you're not on your cell phone, which is like literally the cell phones to me have changed our lives because all we do is have our face buried in a cell phone. It's very rare that you actually interact with someone like this,
right?
Which is so weird. Why?
I can show you my screen time. I don't spend a lot of time on my cell phone. I like interacting with people. For me, that's, if you see me on my cell phone, it's because I just don't like anybody around me.
Right.
Not don't like, but I don't care to interact.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you'll see me at work. No offense, guys. Like, you watch this show any damn way. But I'll just be on my phone. It's like, what am I going to do in this room? Like, I don't have anything in common. I'm not going to.
It's just like a
yeah, it's just time waster.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? But then if I'm like in a room where, like, if I go out to comedy show or we're going to a holiday Christmas company party tomorrow, that cell phone will be in my pocket the entire time because I got people to talk to. I got all this stuff. I don't need to be on my phone.
It drives me crazy.
But I will see people on their phone in a bar or in a axe throwing place.
Right.
And it's like, there's stuff to do. There's stuff to see.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's kind of also with our gym. So when we designed it, we didn't put TVs up.
Oh,
and I was hearing you keep politics out of the equation. So we don't have TVs. So there can't be news on.
Yes.
You either look outside or you talk to the person you're next to.
Right.
I mean, we try to encourage that social kind of space again because there's really not a lot of places where you can go where you're not drinking or eating or doing something that you shouldn't be doing. So this is a healthy space without screens, really.
Yeah, you're doing something good for yourself. And then it's kind of just like, isn't it counterintuitive? Isn't it kind of just like, it's like trying to work out while somebody's like throwing water in your face or something. It just kind of, it's weird. The talking heads, the political TV, I'm just not a fan of anyway, just naturally, never have been. Ever since I was a kid, like I just, my parents, or not my parents, but my grandparent, my mom or my grandmom, they'd sometimes tune in and I'm just like, bleh.
Well, it's just like, if you're going to talk about being physically healthy, also let's have a space where health is more than just what you see in the mirror. It's also, mental health is so important, and just having like a conversation with a person can change your day or your life.
Correct.
Just having interaction with people, you know? This is so important, and it's becoming more and more like a lost art just to hold a conversation.
Correct.
People are, I don't know. Life is just so different. It's like,
it is different. You said you were 42.
Yes.
I'm 47.
Ugh.
I'm 47 years old, and it's.
Hey, wait, is that going to go on the podcast now? All the world knows I'm 42.
Well, you said it earlier, so do I got to edit it twice?
No.
I'm joking. Do I got to take it out
this
twice?
This is new. I'm like, oh my gosh, when did I get 40? And now I'm 42. And it's like the time flies.
It does, and like I said, you like that when you reach that moment where I'm watching NFL football and I'm like, come on, kids.
I know.
They're all young enough to be my son now.
It's so gross. Like, I remember being a young trainer and looking at my mentor and being like, oh, I can't wait to be a mentor. I can't wait to, he was so such a role model for me. And I'm, idolizing this mentor thing. And now I'm like, ew.
Because it comes with years and experience.
Like, I thought it would be cool to say you have 20 years of experience. No, because that means you're old.
Right.
And now it means like some young hot chick wants to come study under my old ass. This is not fair. This is not fair. Like, you realize this is not glamorous, actually, at all. But it's okay.
I want to see the place. I really do.
Yeah, you have to.
The last time I was in that shopping center, we early voted at the church.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, that's the last time I've been over in that shopping center. And another time, my son, we rented a car to go to Legoland, and he was only 7, maybe 8. We rented a car and had a sunroof.
Okay.
And he had never been in a car at that point with a sunroof. So we go and I go, hey, I'm going to stop over here real quick. We went to that parking lot.
Okay.
I opened the sunroof and let him stand up in it.
Oh.
And then I drove around the parking lot.
Yeah.
And he was just like, woo! He was so happy. So I got a chance to. No,
it's a good parking lot to practice, driving and all that, because there is so much space. And
yes.
For a long time, I think it was kind of abandoned.
I think it was at that time. That's why I chose that on the way.
It's definitely coming back to life, but
well, thanks to you and Prime
and Prime had a big push there. I think the church also is bringing in tons of traffic.
And let's not forget, like the urgent care. No.
Yeah, but we always make the joke. They're like, Tiffany, but if you actually try to kill somebody again, at least we've got help right there. And it seems like, you know what you're doing.
Oh yeah. So if I come in there, I guess if you have to say, hey Ben, I'm like, what do you need?
Yeah, oops, I did it again. Sorry. No, no.
I killed someone again.
This is a different version of me. If you would have met me probably 15 years ago, you'd have been like, that is a psychotic bitch. I am not going. I was crazy. Yeah. I was wild. I was naive and young, like we talked about.
Yep.
Like, you start realizing the more experience you get and the more you understand people just as people.
Right.
They don't need to be afraid of you. They want to know that you care. They want to know that you have their best interest at heart. This is not my show. This is about you.
Gotcha.
I'm not the trainer to get attention. This is about the client, and that's the client's success. I feel like a lot of trainers, it's like, look at me.
Right. I've helped X amount of people, and you're like, no. Like, I helped that person. Like you're recognizing the people.
Like, this is not about me.
Like McDonald's, billions and billions served. And it's like, yeah, or that restaurant that knows that elderly couple comes to have Sunday dinner every single week.
Yeah.
There's something different to that. You know who you're serving. You see people. You see the changes in people. You just stop to understand and recognize their emotional state or just what people are going through. Right, but just to say, you pay attention while you're sitting at the desk to know when they come to train or they come, you're just like, there's something off. Yeah. And then you say, hey, how have you been? Or, and then they open up. Oh, yeah, people need that. It's been a rough week. It's been a rough 2 weeks, and that's like I said, you almost, people look at you like you're psychic. Like, how did you know? Mm-hmm. But if you pay attention to the world around you, the tells are there. People have poker tells for everything, and and I love that you mentioned that, because like I said, it takes me back to my truck, back of my truck, but also it makes me want to join your gym. Oh, but no, it is. It's such a small thing, and people are always like, well, how do you know? And I'm like, because I don't have my phone on me. I am looking at people. Like, if you just take a second to look at your surroundings and get outside of just being so self-absorbed. Right. Like, just consider other people. That's just it. It especially with driving. Can we even talk about that? Can we consider other people with driving? I want to kill people. Well, here's the problem. Can we expand Charleston by 10,000 people a month, but not widen or add roads? I don't even know how we got to this topic. I was talking about understanding people, seeing people, and I'm like, traffic. Yeah. How do you expand on Bees Ferry and you start building, but then you don't want to make 61 anything more than a one-way in, one-way out. And it's a hurricane evacuation route. That seems a little problematic, people. Attention, Charleston, put your cell phone down. Pay attention to the road. Thank you. Right. So we have all these people now. We have more drivers in this town than ever. I've lived here for 17 years.
Okay.
When we first moved here, it was like the running joke was, oh, they're probably from Ohio because you always saw Ohio tags.
Like go back to Ohio, yeah.
Now, it's not even about the tags. You can't even get a chance to look at a tag long enough because it's just a dang melee. And there's traffic. Our rush hour starts at like 2:30 and ends at like 6. Like, it's the weirdest thing. Like, at 3 o'clock, you're like, does anybody work in this town?
They don't. Or do they? I don't know. It's insane. There's so many days where, I'm only out because I'm running an errand for work.
Right.
But I'm like, what do these people do? Who's got this money? Where's the money?
Right.
Is it hidden somewhere? Like, I mean, I don't know. I've always worked. I've always worked my ass off, day in, day out. I am not afraid to work. Which it's also uncommon around here. You know?
I also believe that like the inactivity, because like my father-in-law, Bill, he was very active. He was always building something, doing something. He mowed the lawn at the church, and then he got atrial flutter, and he could knock himself into it, and then of course it's not something most people get out of without going to the hospital and getting a little shock, back in place. And then he got a pacemaker, and pretty much the doctors said, you can't do that kind of stuff anymore. No climbing up on ladders. And he would change light bulbs in the ceiling of the church, like no climbing up on ladders, no mowing lawns. So then he adopted a recliner. And I mean, that downhill was almost immediate.
It is so wild.
You take away that movement from somebody. It's what I think. I think you have to be doing something. I mean, if you talk to anybody, if you read these stories about these people who lived to be 100, including Betty White, she was acting on that sitcom, that Hot in Cleveland sitcom, when she was like 95 or 96. Like, don't stop.
Yeah.
Like, when you stop, I think everything catches up with you. So it's like, just assume you're going to work till you die. And then just enjoy it. Try and enjoy it.
Well, you have to stimulate your brain, your body. It all it's all full circle. Like, we have one of my favorite clients, Alan Davis. He's 91 turning 92.
Wow.
So he comes in on Fridays. I mean, he looks forward to what we call like the torture, but it's not really torture, but we have so many people in their 80s, their 90s. It's so cool to see. I know Lauren had a client, I want to say he was like 96 maybe.
Wow.
Like driving themselves to the gym.
See, but
that's
just it. That's just it. Using that movement, it helps keep you mentally sharp. So he would be able to probably drive because he's actually active. So the little plaque in the brain that happens when people start getting Alzheimer's or dementia things, he's keeping it at bay. I mean, think about that. I think that's science. I don't even think I'm making like any of that up. I think that's a true statement.
No, and it's so neat to see, them respond to us. We respond to them. I look forward to just talking to him. He's so wise. So for me, I don't even want to charge him because it's like he teaches me so much. These old people have so much to offer our generation and the younger people, because now we're old. But, I'm so grateful for the time I get to spend with him because he's got so much to teach me.
Yeah. Inspiring and just inspiring, just being. And then he just offers up more when he talks. Right.
So cool.
At this point, somebody is going to accuse me of avoiding okra.
I know.
Because we have not cracked into
I know.
it. They're going to say, look, he said he likes it, but watch, they ain't even going to touch it. So now, here's my idea.
Okay.
Since we said, we don't mind, what was it? Somebody else said, hey, there was one of my guests. I said, hey, we'll, my hands are clean, and all that stuff. And he goes, I'd eat it directly from your mouth like a baby bird or something. Somebody made a joke like that.
Oh, okay. All right.
But these right here, oh, wow. So I thought it would be like something we could dump out into this, but I think it's something you can just pick out,
Yeah,
right?
you just grab the...
Okay, so what do I want to go for first? What do you suggest?
Have you never had okra?
Oh, I've had okra, just not in this. I've had fried okra.
Oh.
Like as like a side at like you go to Duke's barbecue. I've had the fried okra there. I've had the fried okra at Bessinger. I don't mind that, but I've never had this kind or this kind.
Okay. Well, I think, I don't know. Kingston, what do you think? The chip first? Okay.
Chips first? Okay.
All right, let's go. I don't think you're going to be grossed out.
Now, is there anything about this to like discard? Like,
No, just eat
they're
it.
like, eat it, but don't eat this part or something? Is there something
No.
like, okay, because
There's no rules.
sometimes you get embarrassed when you like just pop a whole entire snack and you're like, you don't eat the rind or you don't eat the stem. And you're like what?
Like someone from the north putting like a boiled peanut in their mouth.
The whole thing shelling off.
Which I think is fine. Actually, I don't judge. I don't care. But no rules. I think you just go for it.
My mother-in-law, we were at St. Patrick's Day Festival at Park Circle.
Okay.
We got boiled peanuts, and she is the kind of person who just gets started. She gets like, she's just older and kind of crotchety. I hope to God she doesn't see this. She gets started, and every time she did, my son would take a boiled peanut and throw the whole thing in her mouth, and she'd like, "Ew, why would you do that?"
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then he's like, he just smiles, doesn't say a thing, just chews it. So then she turns around and goes, and that person over there and such and such and such, and he did it again. And she's like, please. He was derailing her every single time he did it. It was making me laugh so hard. I just kept laughing. She's like, what's so funny? I'm like, nothing. I said, this beer's nice. I'm just enjoying St. Patrick's Day. He was just distracting her every time he did. She's in her 80s and he's so funny.
That's cute.
Yep. Especially for like a psych major. It's like, man, you got some tricks up your sleeve. He's
digging in. Yep.
All right. So here we go.
Let's go.
Kingston, you better not steer me wrong, man. That is nice. There's a vinegar in this too, right? Is it? No, sea salt, oil, canola oil. So it's 3 ingredients.
3 ingredients. That is what I love. So my girlfriend, Caitlin Limehouse, she will be this is really meeting her standards, and she's a pain in my ass. She's always on me about some of this stuff I eat. Not that I eat poorly, but this is difficult to find something with like 3 ingredients, right?
Yeah. It's
not terrible.
No, it's not. I really like it. What is that flavor? I know it's okra, but when it's dried out or when it's treated with the sea salt and the oil, it's creating like a different taste than I'm used to. And I'm trying to think of what it is. But really nice.
It's good for you.
Oh, I mean, I even eat too much good for me stuff. Like if you say, hey, would you like a salad? I'll eat a salad in a bowl the size of a hubcap. Like I love food.
Well, but that also brings me to I'm not a vegan, but I'm not far off. I definitely don't eat animals, but Oreos are vegan. Did you know that?
I did know that.
So, and I think on some episode you were talking about how much you like these.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
And does your daughter like these?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we got those for you.
And I heard this message right here. Thank you. From Kingston himself.
And I just want you to know they were like
Forge Charleston.
They were like 2 for $7. So now thanks to you, I've also got the double stuffed, which I know you don't care for, or the triple stuffed. Now mega stuffed. Great.
Yeah, I was saying we were saying the ratios and stuff like that. Who was I talking about? Duncan Drake Hayes. Drake Hayes is my carnivore kid. He's a carnivore guy he's a YouTuber.
Okay.
And we were talking about Oreos and he was talking about he could house like half a pack or something or a whole thing. He like when he goes for it, he goes for it.
Yeah.
So like he was Mr. Carnivore and all that stuff. And then I talked to him and I said, hey man, so how's everything going? We're going to get this episode together. And he goes, man, it was my birthday and I caved and I had some donuts. And I was like, how many? And he was like, 12. The kid can just eat. And I mean, granted, he works out and all this stuff and he's carnivore diet mostly, but he just, I mean, he's built like hell. But he can eat.
Yeah.
And he was talking about the Oreos. And we got on that kick and we were talking about how, I love salty and sweet, where the Oreo cookie itself inherently is not very sweet by itself. It's almost kind of bitter like a dark chocolate, but you can taste kind of a saltiness to it. Mm-hmm. Then you add that cream and it's like, I'll get into a salty sweet spiral. Like I'm telling you, I love it.
Yeah.
Peanut butter and chocolate, you name it, salty and sweet.
Yes.
But I will not crack into these right now because we got more okra to eat.
Yes, I was going to bring Christmas tree cakes because I'm like a sucker for a little
Oh my
Debbie.
gosh.
The Christmas tree cake is like, I'm obsessed and I can eat the whole box. I could sit here. This is not healthy and I'm human and I'm okay with it. I can eat the whole thing.
Did you know?
Oh God, what are you going to tell me?
They make Little Debbie.
Okay.
Christmas tree cake.
Okay.
Let me say that correctly. Christmas tree cake.
I'm in already, yeah.
Coffee creamer.
Oh, shit.
And I bought it for her.
Is it
just
good?
Came out.
Oh.
And she put it in her coffee and she texts me. And if I were going to use my phone, I would show you, but we're not doing that right now.
No, we're not.
She said, this tastes exactly
Oh
like them.
no, we're gonna go to the store like literally as soon as we leave
Yeah,
here.
I'll tell you about, or I'll show you. It comes in the cardboard container, much like your almond milks come
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's Christmas. It's literally Little Debbie. It's not like somebody said, "Oh, it tastes just like," no, branded Little Debbie Christmas tree cake coffee creamer.
Yeah, I mean,
God, I still couldn't say that right.
I know that my mom and my dad, like when I was growing up, I would like hoard these cakes in my bedroom, and like in the middle of the night, you can hear because it's like the plastic wrapper. Because I'm getting into those cakes, and I can literally. It doesn't matter what variation of the Christmas tree. It can be the hearts. It can be whatever shape it is. But those like holiday seasonal releases, I'm in. I love it. It's such garbage trash, but I love it.
In a previous version of this show, I was doing taste tests and I was doing things like that. And we had bought all this Little Debbie stuff for me to taste all the different things.
Yum.
And I never shot the episode. So we just had, I bought every single variety.
Oh, gosh.
And we just had them at our house. And boy, did we live like fat kids for about 3 weeks.
It wouldn't last long in my house, I can tell you that. Those Oreos will be gone.
Weeks.
Yeah. But I'm here for it. I kind of think they all taste the same. At the end of the day, they all kind of taste a little bit the same, sort of.
Little bit.
But I'm a fan. I'm here for it.
Yeah, like if you give me a snowflake-shaped brownie, and then you give me a Christmas tree-shaped brownie, it's really all the same. But definitely my favorite Little Debbie, hands down, is the fudge round. Hers is the oatmeal cream pie.
Oh, yeah.
But when I was a kid, it was zebra cakes, which zebra cakes are pretty much the Christmas tree cake without without the sandy sugar on it, you know?
Yeah, those green things.
Yeah, and I've always liked wedding cake, white and yellow cake and white frosting or whatever, or light cake and white frosting. I've always liked that, but then somewhere later in life, yellow with chocolate, like a Tasty Cake Junior. That turned out to be my favorite cake. So basically, Tasty Cake kind of snagged me away from Little Debbie.
Yeah, we're like a sprinkle cake kind of family. Like
sprinkle
confetti, so it's like
okay.
colorful. Which like I'm typically very muted. I'm like a black-white type of person. So why funfetti? I don't know, because it's colorful and I'm not very colorful. But we like a sprinkle cake.
Nice.
Yep. Like in the gym, there's no color.
Okay.
It's black and white. It's very muted, but that's just kind of like how we are.
You know, there might be a marketing thing to that. Be like, there's not a lot of color in this place because the color comes from you.
Oh.
You are the colorful. You are who we want to see.
You are our splash of color.
You are our splash of color day in and day out.
And God bless, no one wants a yellow, purple, orange, bright, all those colors.
Oh.
This is intimidating. What in the world's with the yellow and purple? Like, this is a thing.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yellow and purple, you're right. I like blue. Blue and orange is where my logos go and stuff like that. I find that very complimentary. Purple and orange, Clemson. Purple, that's a good.
Yes.
I've always liked blue and orange. When I was a kid, I had a shirt. You know, it was blue and orange. It was a blue Reese's peanut butter color shirt. Or something. Reese's peanut butter cup shirt. I love blue and orange. Hardee's used to have a logo that was blue and orange, and
like a star or something.
No. It was just.
This is before that.
It said Hardee's.
Oh yeah, before that.
And it was orange letters. Orange letters on a blue background, and I've always been a fan of that two colors. So
yeah, we should
ask your son. The show
is
getting branded into that.
We should ask your son. He's a psychology major, right?
What is it about certain colors?
Why yellow and purple? And what is less intimidating about a yellow gym that's screaming yellow and purple versus what are people feeling? What are they responding to with like black and gray? Maybe I should have consulted him before I fainted.
Yeah.
All right. But maybe he knows why. I'm sure there's something. I know there's something about red. Like, don't put red in the bedroom because it brings out anger.
I didn't know that.
So you don't want to.
Kingston knows it.
That's odd that he's saying yes, 100%, Mom.
Kingston's like, man, the last 3 bedrooms I were in that were red. Whew.
They are wild. Those women. No, and absolutely not. You see, no.
I dig the 2-color Crocs, kiddo. I'm a big fan of that. Punky Brewster was my childhood crush, and she always had 2 different color Chuck Taylors on.
You have to buy both pairs of shoes. Like, they don't come like that, so I had to purchase both.
Well, then when you wear those out, switch them to the other ones. You got new ones. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, but you can't avoid the slippery okra here.
Can't avoid the slippery okra.
This is a little more questionable, isn't it?
No, just like pickles. It's pickled.
It's good, right? Uh-oh, I made a mess. Sorry. That's good. That's different. It's unique.
Yes. Whereas you would eat, and I like the hot too,
Mm-hmm.
the spicy.
Oh,
Where you would eat.
I should have asked you if you like spicy.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
Where you would eat pickles, which I love. You know, I'm a big fan of them. I would just eat the Vlasic for a long time. Had 2 spears in a pack. It was like snack on the go. And also,
I know what you're talking about.
dilly spears or dilly bites. They're the new packaged on the go.
I like that.
And they're little ones.
They have olives like that.
The hot ones they have of those are a little too hot for my taste. They're hotter than this.
Okay.
The dilly bites. But I do like just snacking on some pickles. And this is kind of like that, but once again, it's that taste of okra that just has that, I don't know, there's something good and mild about it. What is it about okra? Did you have it as a kid, honey?
No.
No.
I don't eat hairy vegetables.
She doesn't eat hairy vegetables. Wow.
So I'm pretty sure what they do with the chips, they put it in a dehydrator, and so that also brings out more of the okra taste.
Why does he not cook for me at home? Like he's schooling us on how this was done, yet I've yet to get a hot meal.
Come on now.
Yeah.
I can cook.
Yeah.
My daughter's making eggs, and one of the things she loves is I'll make an egg and then I'll flip it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, good at all that stuff. She's only 9. And just the other morning, she was making eggs, and she goes, Dad, I think it's time for you to teach me how to flip it. I'm like, no, no, because I could do it, and then you're going to get the idea to do it, and 3rd-degree burns. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
And then you've got to answer to her.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's time you teach me. I'm like, no, not going to happen.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Because that could hurt. Yeah, we don't need to do all that.
Yeah, but I'm a big fan of, I like to cook. My wife loves my cooking. It's weird. I think you always love somebody else's cooking because you don't have to do it. That's what I think.
I don't cook. I don't even know how.
Really?
Mm-mm. Everyone's like, oh, that's just an excuse. You just follow the recipe. No, it doesn't work like that.
Wow.
I'm like handicapped when it comes to cooking.
So how did you get away with that?
I'm spoiled, I guess. No,
yeah.
I just, number one, I'm picky as shit when it comes to food.
Oh, got you.
I just don't enjoy that process. I don't mind to clean. I'll clean all day long. I'll organize. It's not about like being lazy. I don't enjoy it. I don't think my food tastes good.
That's what I was saying. Like my wife's the same way. I love her food. She says, "Oh, it's not that great.
It's not good."
But she always raves about the stuff that I make. You just do something extra, and I always tend to do something extra. So like if we make barbecue or if we make this, and then she's like, "What is that?" You know, she's always trying to guess. She's like, "What did you do?" Because yes, I play around, and I love food, so I love flavors. And I always go, man, you know what this could use? What did you just make that I fixed up for you? You made something where you were like...
The chili with the sausage and the...
Okay, so she did chili with Italian sausage and ground beef.
Okay.
And the Italian sausage was a little overpowering. There was something about it. And then she goes, what am I missing? And I'm eating it, and I go, sweet. I said, you're missing brown sugar. She put brown sugar in it, and it was incredible after that.
See, I think that's like something... I could never figure that out. I would just sit there and be like, ew, or I don't like it. It's not good. But thank God Christian, he can prepare just about anything. But it's like...
Now, who is Christian?
So he's also the owner of Forge Charleston.
Okay.
So he's not my better half. We're equal halves today. Okay. Today we're getting along. So today we can be equal. Most of the time I would say, like, I'm employee of the year. This is our ongoing battle. We have a constant battle with this, even though we don't have employees. It's just the two of us. But anyways, so he's a wonderful cook, and he's really embraced the whole non-meat thing, like preparing stuff for me, which he considered to be a red flag prior to meeting me, which is rude. Like one of the first things he told me was like, people that don't eat meat, this is a red flag. You don't date those kind of people.
Wow.
Well... I changed that.
And he wasn't the one you were talking about, and how am I going to make out with this
No, that
person?
was a different date. And that guy's probably going to see this, and sorry. Like, I was such a bitch on that date that guy...
I was going to say, what if it was the future husband? You were just like,
no.
You're like, and I'm supposed to make out with you after this? And you're like, cut 2 years later, Kingston's 14 years old.
No, but basically, I was such a bitch on that date that guy went to the restaurant, got me a T-shirt from that restaurant, and gave me that T-shirt. Just as like, I guess, like a peace out.
Yeah,
We're probably not gonna do
consolation
this.
prize.
Yeah, we're not going to do this again. But I thought it was really funny.
He gave you
gave
the
me a
consolation
t-shirt.
prize. Would they give the people on Contestants Row who never make it up to the stage on Prices Right?
Yeah, as
They
if
always
I would
get
wear
like,
a
hey,
barbecue.
we've got this, we've got that. They always give them, because I had a friend's parents who went on Prices Right. They got on the Contestants Row, but they never
cool.
made it on the stage.
Okay.
And they had this like porcupine like shoe cleaner for the front door, and they had
Oh,
all these little things around the house. And I was like, where did they get this? It's like, that came from the Prices Right, that came from the Prices Right, because that game show, it's the easiest game show in the world because the people give them their products to give as prizes.
Okay.
They don't pay for a thing.
Okay.
So then they're like, please, will you give away our thing on your show? And it's like, okay. Well, everybody's sending them stuff all the time. So the stuff that they're never going to really put on there, like this porcupine shoe cleaner.
Right.
So they just go, all right, well, we'll just give these away to people who didn't make it on stage. Or we do like, we go out in the audience and we just like choose people, or we, call out their name, call out their, and then they get prizes, So it's like, game shows are neat, like from what I hear behind the scenes, but I've never been to, I've been to the touring one.
Yeah.
But I've never been to an actual taping.
I want to be on Wheel of Fortune.
I'm very good at that too.
Are you? Okay. We love that.
I solved the New York Times crossword puzzle roughly, sometimes in about 20 to 25 minutes. I think the longest I'll take is 40.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So my brain works to fill out missing letters. That's the whole thing. If you're good at crossword puzzles where there's the clue, but also guessing, like missing letters, like, oh, that looks like it could be treat or taro, or, like you just do all the TTs.
Yeah.
And then, so when we do Wheel of Fortune, man, I kill it all the time.
It's so much fun. I think it's like such a healthy family thing. It really sucked when we had to like be at work all the time, because I would have a strict rule. I want to be at home by 7. So I want to see my show. I stopped watching Jeopardy because it just makes me feel like a failure. But Wheel of Fortune, I feel literally like I got this. I could totally win this. I got it. I wasn't super happy like with the change of cast. At least we still have Vanna though.
Why is it that Ryan Seacrest takes over after every veteran either dies or retires? So like Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve, and it's like, well, get Ryan Seacrest. And it's like, then this thing ends, and it's like, well, what's Ryan Seacrest doing? Regis leaves, Regis and Kelly. It's like, well, what's Ryan Seacrest doing? It's like, what the hell is going on?
Is that the best we got? I mean,
why is he the next in line all the time?
I don't know.
From all the Ryan Seacrest lovers.
Really? There's a Ryan Seacrest lovers, society.
I'm concerned for those people. I mean, I just think I remember him from like American Idol growing up, and I thought he was douchey then. I think he's douchey now, but sorry. It's just...
He does. He somehow they give him every job. I mean, God, did he take over American Top 40 after Casey Kasem died? Yeah, he did. The guy, literally, I think that's the reason why he still looks somewhat young too. I think he like absorbs the souls of the previous people.
Yes, and
that's what it is.
Lots of Botox.
No, lots of Botox.
I mean, come on, nobody's fooled by that. And Vanna, she's doing something.
Well, Vanna, right? She doesn't look Botoxed at all. But how in the world does she stay that way?
Right.
And especially being born and raised in Myrtle Beach.
Oh my gosh, I have so many jokes about Myrtle Beach. It's really
my episode that just came out, which was a month ago. We made a joke about Myrtle Beach, and it is rising on TikTok. I think it's right now at like 4,000 views, and it's one of our most popular shorts. And it's like all I did was just make fun of the little beach shops, the ones where like you can get like any flag or any type of towel or hermit crab or those little. And boy, did I strike a chord with some Myrtle Beach people. They are talking everything about Myrtle Beach. They're talking about, I work for those shops. I used to work for those shops. The cartel runs this place now. It's all gangs.
It too,
it is like evolving into this like, the comment section is evolving into this like Myrtle Beach message board. I'm like, oh crap. It'll be my most famous thing on TikTok, and I'm just like, God, all I did was just make fun of Myrtle for like a touch, like a tiny bit.
If you're from around here and you can't like laugh about it, I mean, come on, it's kind of like, West Trashley, Scummerville, Mount Plastic, like just lighten up, people. It's just a joke. It is. Myrtle Beach is a little bit dirty. It's a little edgy. You don't know what you're ever going to go to. It could be like Bike Week. I don't know. We used to do so many crazy wild things in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, I had Ocean City, Maryland growing up as a kid. That's the beach for me.
Okay.
Ocean City, Maryland, and then There was Wildwood, New Jersey, which was bigger than that, but like boardwalk style type places. But Myrtle Beach is very, very big, but it's like not very walkable.
No.
That's the thing. I find that it's like there's a lot to do, but like you can't like just go to Broadway at the beach from like the Skywheel on foot. Like
all of this is
everything
so
is
weird.
real big and spread out. Like whereas Ocean City, Maryland, we just went to a music festival and we got a place that was like 6 minutes from the festival entrance. And it was like, well, you want to go to dinner? So we just walked over to there and we walked over to there. Everything was walkable. We walked a mile to go to the CVS to buy some stuff because we forgot to pack, you know, this, that, and the other thing as you do. And so that's what I'm saying is like you can walk in places like that, but you can't do that in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, it's almost like Myrtle Beach. I feel like it's maybe like stuck back in time, maybe a decade or so. Because I know last time we were there, it wasn't that long ago. Like you can still smoke in some of these bars. Like you can literally light a cigarette in a bar that has like red carpet and controversial things on the wall. But then you can walk outside of that bar and there's like a full-blown fair, you know?
Right.
And then you can also see the ocean. So it's like, it's just a very weird place. And then there's also like these museums where you can see all these weird things. What are those museums? Like
the Ripley's.
Like, yeah,
Ripley's,
like the
believe it or
shortest
not.
guy in the world or whatever. They're just that description alone. You're like, this place is just, it's wild. It's
Well, they
Daytona
have
Beach in South Carolina.
They have 4 different Ripley's attractions in one place. So where we were in Ocean City, we had Ripley's, believe it or not. It's just a one spot. Myrtle's got the Ripley's Aquarium, Ripley's, believe it or not, Ripley's 4D Theater, Ripley's. I mean, like Ripley's just like was like Myrtle Beach is weird enough for us to like kind of root in, right?
Oh, it's weird. But I will never forget. This is funny. I don't know why it was brought to my attention, but I'll never forget Christian and I sitting at Frothy Beard one day. And we're just like having a beer after work because Pivotal used to be right there. And literally out of nowhere, and I'm going to say the word midget because that's what they called themselves. These midget wrestlers come running out of the kitchen at Frothy Beard. And Christian is like, what in the America is that? Like nowhere in Germany, he's German, would you be sitting and having a pizza and beer and midget wrestlers run out of the kitchen?
Right.
What in the USA is this? And literally right before our eyes, we see midgets start wrestling in this cage. And you're just like, oh, this is a little bit Myrtle Beach. This is what I would expect there. I don't know why that came to my mind, but I was just like, whoa.
Well, now they had it at Honky Tonk over in Latson.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
They come to town a lot.
Like midget
and it's the thing
strippers,
is this thing, the midget wrestling has taken hold here though. It comes through town seems
It's
like
weird.
2 to 3 months. Like it's here. Like they were like Charleston is our people, like or Myrtle Beach or whatever. They come through this area because like when I was in Maryland, I remember hearing about it and I remember seeing it on like reality shows and stuff like that. But I don't think I ever heard of it coming anywhere in town.
Right.
And then down here, it's like, oh no, we embrace that. And I mean, granted, they're making good money, I'm sure, and they're having fun. I mean, because if you got a product, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean.
Oh, I think they're living their best life. They're like little
yeah.
mini celebrities.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, you know, whatever.
So,
but it also was like, Charleston maybe is getting more like Myrtle Beach because now that I think about it, I'm like, well, just like 2 weeks ago, I was going to the mall and there was a full-blown fair in the mall parking lot right outside of Planet Fitness. Did you see that?
yes.
Like, and that's you should have a podcast just about the
It was
traveling.
a circus.
Circus. That's
It was
what
a
it
circus.
was.
It was a big tent.
circus.
Big tent circus right outside of
You talk about people watching.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
Yeah, this is the kind of circus though. I don't think they had the animals. So this was the stunt circus.
Okay, I didn't go.
Where like you can watch somebody attempt to jump a bike jump the ramps and it was kind of like people doing like physical challenge and stuff like that. So
But isn't that kind of weird that it's like
yeah,
the more I talk about Myrtle Beach, I'm like, well, I guess we're embracing that here too.
Yeah.
So whatever.
They said the South was going to rise again. I guess that's what we're doing.
I'm not sure. I'm just gonna claim that I'm not from the South. I'm gonna be none of it. I'm just gonna be American. How about that? Because that all sounds questionable.
All right. So your episode, as we know, I explained in chronologically wise, it takes about a month or so. We'll do about 3 weeks out. So that would put your episode. This is Christmas just passed. Merry Christmas. Thank you for the gift, Christmas gift.
Okay.
Your episode will be the Monday before New Year's.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Are you doing anything for the New Year's resolutions, or are you running any join for, $10? No, I'm just joking.
No. So the last thing we want to do with our membership base is have you paying one price, he's paying another price, she's paying another price. So we don't do discounts except
I
for
respect that.
we do have first responder discount.
Okay.
Or reduced rate, I guess we should say, and
Yeah.
Active duty military. So that's something that is always standing. That is a membership.
Thank you for recognizing first responders.
And that's
Like-
even on my drink. I was gonna say
Yeah, I see
this
that.
energy drink supports first responders.
There you go.
So anyway, so we do offer that, but I don't foresee that we would reduce our price because we're small and we're locally owned. It's just the two of us. But we could offer incentives. I hope that we can offer like a free shirt or
Okay. Well, I mean,
something like
not
that.
to put the pressure on you. I mean,
No,
if it
I
doesn't happen,
know.
and if it doesn't happen, I'll make sure it's not in this episode. Like, that's a little behind the scenes. I'll edit this part out.
No.
But what I was going to say was, so and as I do respect that sounds awesome that nobody would pay opposite, because I'm a member of a Patreon for a popular YouTuber, and it's like right now they're offering this deal, but then it's like if I dip out and come back to get that deal, then the membership since being a member since 2021 will then go away.
Right.
So you lose the thing around your profile. You
Right.
lose the old dog veteranship of it. So
Right.
it's like, I've been supporting you since way back when.
Right.
So it's like kind of like now all these people are jumping on for 30% off.
Right.
And I'm like going to pay regular price.
With our business too, we've made it a promise that we don't do gimmicks. We don't do these
Yeah.
like one-liners. We don't have contracts. We don't have fees. Basically, you don't sign a contract that you have to dedicate your life to me for 24 months. Like if you want out of this relationship, you can get out of this relationship. If I'm not fulfilling my end of the deal and you don't feel like this product is worth your money or your time, I don't want your money. So it's like,
Right.
we're not going to make you have a membership to somewhere where you don't know how to cancel it. It's black and white. There's no fees. There's no weird things. Like, we just want to be authentic. We want to be honest. And stop making gyms look like they're all terrible.
Right.
I think that people have such a nasty taste about gyms sometimes because they've been burned by someone else. So the
Okay.
things that people get pissed off about, they don't like fees. They don't like contracts. They want to cancel easily. And
Yeah.
they want to feel comfortable and safe in that space. And
I
so
like
those are
that.
the things that we really try to build inside of our kind of second home,
So right. So if they feel you eat wings like a barbarian, or they feel that you don't eat meat and those are red flags and deal breakers, they
Yes.
can end the relationship this month.
You can run. Yeah, run out of there. You can get out of here fast. So we can, no, I'm just kidding. So everyone eats meat in our household but me. So they eat meat. I don't. And I don't judge. It's just like, I just can't do it. There's something weird. The texture, all of it.
Well, I think at this point, like I said, so we've talked about everything I think we could talk about, right? I mean, this has been fun. These things are calling Kingston and Maya's name.
Oh, yeah.
Kingston, would you like to show up over here for a little bit and get yourself on the TV, on the screen? Come on over, bud.
Don't trip.
We've been talking to you kind of here and there. Just step right over that cable right there. Perfect. See, it was the power of the Crocs. So, yeah, you can probably sit right there next to,
There we go.
Yeah. So, these were calling my name, and Kingston's a fan too. And so I didn't
need
want to
one.
do it, but I totally want to do it. I think it's a perfect way to end a
Thank
great
you.
episode.
I think so too.
at the middle camera here. So please check out, visit, stop by, look them up online. Forge Charleston. This is Tiffany. This is his son Kingston. He may not work there yet, but he will be soon, I'm sure.
He pretty much does,
most
yeah.
family businesses, they hire the kids. My daughter, she has a podcast with me and all. You got to hire the children.
Love that.
Are you dying to get on screen? Okay, come on.
Come on over.
As a Christmas gift to the Snackin and Yakkin viewers, Christmas just passed and New Year's coming up. Everybody, this.
Woohoo!
Come here. This is Bridget.
Hi.
Okay. So, Bridget, take yourself some Oreos.
Yes, girl.
There you go. All right, get on out of here. Ew, you dropped it on my pants. Okay. So yes. So cheers. And I really did. I had a great time with both of you. I had a great time with you. I will check out the gym. I think you're a heck of a personality. I think you're really a lot of fun, and I hope that everybody understands that I even though I just met her, I can vouch that what you see is what you get. I can tell when somebody's genuine, and Tiffany Dennis right here is a very genuine, she is Tiffany. And it started coming through in the text messages, and she does not disappoint. She is the same person. So if you go there to see her at the gym, I think if you saw her on a Monday, or you saw her on a Friday, or you saw her in the month of January or the month of February, you're going to get the same lady every single time.
Yes.
So if she has inspired you or made you laugh or anything, go see her over at Forge Charleston. It's going to be the same experience. I guarantee it. And Kingston.
And I know where to find you if you don't show up.
Oh my God. Well, I will be there. I'll tell you what, I'll take pictures of myself for the social media at Snackin Yakkin.
Go.
We will show it off. So
thank you for having us.
And thank you so much for snacking and yakking with me. Thank you so much for snacking and yakking with us. I am going to eat this and then go back to the okra because it was really good. I wasn't lying. And we're going to get on out of here. Say bye for us.
Bye.
You got to say it loud enough that mics can get it. Do it.
Bye.
Peace.
That'll work.
Thank you for watching another episode of Snackin Yakkin. If you haven't done so, like, subscribe, and follow. Also, hit up the social media. And don't forget about the Patreon, just $5 a month. And we'll see you back here next week to do some more Snackin and Yakkin.